Lorax by Dr. Seuss.
Abby Bloom.
The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. At a far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no bird ever sings excepting or crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today, where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, the old Onceler still lives here. Ask him, he knows. You think he's going to ask the Onceler what happened? You do? What do you think the Onceler's going to say?
He's going to tell him.
To go get some things.
He won't see the Onceler, don't knock at his door. He stays in his workman on the top of the store. He lurks in his workman cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of muffled moof. And on a special dank midnight in August, he peeks out of the shutters and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. How much do you think that they have to pay?
$100.
That's a lot. On the end of the rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail in the shell of the great-great-grandfather's snail. Why do you think he requests the shell of the great-great-great-grandfather's snail? As a collection, you think? And he pulls up the pail and makes the most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his nib, his secret strange hole in his frivolous robe. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper my phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Slub, whisper my phone to your ear, and the Onceler whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through the snuggly hose, and he sounds as if he had a smallish pea up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time. How old do you guys think the Onceler is? Really old? I agree with you, Rachel. I think he's too old to be able to retell the story. Way back in the days when the grass was still green and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean and the song of the swami swans sang out in space, one morning I came into this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffle of trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffle of trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown marbled boats frisking about their marbled suits as they played in the shade beneath the truffle of fruits. From the rivulet pond came the comfortable sound of the hummingfish humming while splashing around. So what do you guys think might have happened to where all of this has been taken away? Did you say they drowned? I don't think fish can drown.
Hey, mine did. Mine learned.
But those those trees. Those truffula trees. All my life I've been searching for such trees as these. The touch of their tufts were much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I just knew what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. What do you think he's going to do? You don't know? What do you think is in his cart? Monsters? Is that how everything just disappeared? The monsters in his cart? In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill and with speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a mead. In the instant I had finished, I heard a good zap. I looked and I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I had chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Who do you guys think this person is? Lorax. What do you think he's going to tell him? Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I am asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset and shouted and puffed, what is that thing that you have made out of my truffula tuft? What do you think it is? Sweater? Look, Lorax, I said, there is no cause for an alarm. I chopped down just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a feed. A feed is a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or for curtains, or for covers for bicycle seats. Lorax said, Sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth that would buy that mead. You think the Lorax is right or wrong? That no one will buy it. Right? Not one right, one wrong. But for the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the mead I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the words, you poor stupid guy. You can never tell what some people will buy.
All right, choose our last reader. Yes, it's only 10 minutes. Show all of our things. That's 10 minutes.
I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here. Here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road north niche, turn left out with a pin, turn sharp right at south switch. In no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working at full tilt. They were all kneading meads, just as busy as bees, the sound of chopping of truffle and cheese. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think the Lorax is going to be really happy about this? No? Then, baby, how my business did grow. Now, chopping one tree at a time was too slow, so I quickly invented my super axe hacker. which whacked off 4 truffle of trees and 1 snacker. We were making beans 4 times as fast as before, and the Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. Alright, that was the Lorax by Dr. Seuss.